So Wuthering Waves is finally here, and many are wondering if they should pull on the current banner featuring Jiyan or if they should wait for future characters. So let's talk about that right now. So Jiyan is the first limited character we have on Wuthering Waves, and he's pretty good. So he's a main damage dealer that would spend a lot of time on the field, and he is extremely strong and deals some of the best AoE damage in the game right now with his ultimate. So should you summon for Jiyan? Well, the first factor that you have to factor in is, do you already have a main DPS character? So for example, right now you can choose a 5-star to get with the 5-star selector event thingy. So if you choose Charo, for example, he's a main DPS who will fill a similar role as Jiyan. And so it is unlikely you'll be using both at the same time. So it will be wise not to pull for Jiyan. Now there are some differences between the two characters. The biggest would be Charo has slightly better single target damage than Jiyan, and so if you feel you are having trouble with the bosses, then sticking with Charo instead of summoning for Jiyan might be the best choice. The next factor to consider is what 4 stars do you have, as let's say if you summon for Jiyan and get him, if you don't have the right 4 stars to support him, he won't be the best he can be. So a 4-star that works extremely well with him is Mortefi, as he has an outro skill that will grant a huge 38% heavy attack damage bonus to any character he switches to. And guess what? Jiyan's primary damage comes from, you guessed it, heavy attack damage. And so having Mortefi in your party will be very recommended and increase your damage by a good amount. Finally, we should also briefly mention the next character that is coming out that may affect your decision, and that is Yinlin. So Yinlin is the next character coming to Wuthering Waves that can actively support your party with her damage buffs, especially for electro characters like Charo. Also, due to her powerful support skills, as well as her being a support, she will always find some use in your party, unlike Jiyan, who in a year from now could be power crept and no longer be good. And so thinking about if Yinlin and her supporting capabilities will be better for your team roster will be very important in deciding whether or not Jiyan is the right pickup. So to summarize on if you should summon for Jiyan, think about these 3 things. Number 1, do you already have a main DPS character like Charo? Number 2, do you have the right 4 stars to support Jiyan, i.e. Mortefi? And number 3, will Yinlin, who's a support character, coming soon, be a better fit for your team? Depending on your answers to these 3 questions, you should now be able to decide if Jiyan is the right character to pull for. So with that, if you enjoyed this Wuthering Waves content, then please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.